grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavvy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the title, Wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all they niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready. I'm throwing them monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me. In this Wavy's world, salute to all the surfers. You already know it's another Surfer Nation situation. You feel me? Alright. Yo, this video right here is going to be a video about them PJs, them projects. You feel me? Know what I mean? Basically just how it was growing up in the projects. Know what I mean? And just some of the experience growing up in the projects is similar to growing up on them blocks too. Know what I mean? So differences, some similarities, but because I spent the early part of my life, know what I mean, up until I was a teenager, growing up in predominantly the project, that's what I'm gonna be more so speaking about. So before I get all the way into this video, I just want to address something real quick. It was a comment. I haven't checked to see any replies since I made my reply to it a couple of days ago. But anyway, I just want to put this on video for those that may have been wondering the same thing, but just didn't comment about it. On the video titled "Gang Banging" in Newark, you know what I mean, in the early 2000s, I saw it was a comment basically challenging the fact that I said people used to call it Baby LA, talking about Newark. Now, I mean, they're like, you know, as long as I've known, it's been Brick City, blah, blah, blah. All right, so break this down real quick, and I mean, I don't want to make this too long, know what I mean, of a video. But check this out, bro. The title of the video, should I say the topic of the video, was gangbanging, right? I spoke on how a lot of the gangs in Newark and the surrounding cities and everything, well, basically through Jersey, period, but Newark and the surrounding cities, we have a lot of LA-based gangs. You know what I'm saying? I spoke about how you could be one you know what I mean, you could be right here, 1 minute in one set, then cross the street, it could be a whole different, you know what I'm saying? I broke all this down, right? So I would have thought it was like common sense that I'm not saying this is like the official AKA for Newark at that time. Like people didn't call it Brick City, or they called it Brick City or Baby LA. Like you just heard people saying that. No, I'm talking about when people spoke about the gang politics, they were reference it to Los Angeles, but because we're smaller than Los Angeles, they would call it Baby LA. So I hope for anybody that didn't use their brain for that one, hope they got that, you feel me? Anyway, let's get back into it. So growing up in them projects, you feel me? I mean, I'm a 90s baby. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I was there to see a lot of the project, but some project was already torn down by the time my memory kicked in. Some project was already gone. You feel me? And I believe some was gone actually in the 80s and stuff too. But anyway, before I get into like how it was growing up in the projects, just a quick fun fact for those that didn't know. The whole public housing authority situation started in 1939, you feel me? 1938, 1939. But anyway, the first project that they built was Seth Borden. I'm like, yo, when I found that out, because I didn't even know that. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know that, but because of this video, I'm like, let me just look up something. I'm just curious to know what was the first. I literally looked up what was the first project. I would not have guessed it was Seth Borden. It was Seth Borden Court in 1939, but 1941 is when the terrorists came. You know, like the big complex that everybody knows. All right. So, for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got that thing tatted on my neck. Feel me for life, SBP. That's where I'm from. So I'm just gonna run down a little list. You know what I'm saying? This is literally thinking off of what I could remember. I ain't going trying to look up the full list of all the projects and buildings. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna name the buildings and the complexes too. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both considered uh project. They both, you know what I mean, they're Newark Housing Authority. You feel me? But it just different setup. You know what I'm saying? Complexes and standalone buildings, it's a different setup, different environment. You know what I mean? The way people move is a little different, but it's still the projects, if you ask me, because this is Brick City, you feel me? So we're gonna start with no other than, you know what I mean, Seth Borden, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The place that made the guy. Then we got Caramel Towers, feel me? You know what I mean? Elizabeth Towers. We got Brick Towers. We got Dayton Street Projects. Now, Dayton Street Projects, I don't remember them when they were standing, but I remember walking down Dayton Street all the time because eventually my nana, who used to live in Bassett Terrace, she eventually moved to a senior citizen like townhouse type complex that's right across the street from the Hillside Cemetery. But you could walk down through the cut, you know what I'm saying, and Dayton Street Projects to sit right there. And I remember the rubble being there for mad long, just big ass pieces of brick and building. But I never knew it was a project. You know what I'm saying? Until I got a little older and I remember them people like talking about it, like my grandparents, stuff like that, mentioning it and saying how bad Dayton Street Project, but I never seen it. But we got Dayton Street projects, Bassett Terrace. You feel me? Now, some of these projects, for those that don't know, I'm speaking to like most of the outside people that's from Newark or frequented Newark. You know, I already know y'all know. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that don't know, a lot of these projects I'm naming are either demolished or abandoned. That's little bricks. We call it little bricks. You got Bradley Court, which actually I'm originally from there, but I'm gonna get into that once I get into that. Bradley Courts, Spires, Prince Street, Stella, you know what I'm saying? Scudder, you feel me? Steve Crane, Pilgrim, DeVille, Grafton, High Spruce, 730, feel me? 440, the 100 building. Now the 100 building, that's on a popping block too. Like Chadwick is a popping block, you know what I'm saying, by itself. You feel me? You know, you feel me? Hayes Homes, Pennington, Georgia King, you feel me? Fairview, Hyatt, you know what I'm saying? Terrell Homes. Now, I had a little situation down there before, you feel me? Actually, I had a couple with some of the spots I named, but yeah, I had a situation down Terrell Homes. That's a small little project, but I'm telling you, them, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas was on it. You feel me? Them niggas was on it, you know what I'm saying? They was on it. But nah, man, I'm sure I done missed something. You feel me? I'm sure I did. And I'm sure y'all probably gonna let me know in the comments, because y'all definitely was letting me know on the other joint, you feel me, that Gangbang 2000, I slightly, I mentioned the project. You gotta mention the projects and stuff like that. We talking about banging the Newark. Like, you cannot talk about banging Newark without mentioning the projects. You feel me? Like, they played a big part. But some of y'all was slamming me in them comments like, yo, you ain't say this, you ain't say that, you feel me? And of course, I accept the criticism, because I'm always going to accept. Listen, I'm not above being corrected, you feel me? It's just the way some, it's the way you say things. You say, hey, yo, bro, dang, you ain't mentioned such and such, you feel me? Or, damn, bro, you got to mention such and such, compared to This stupid ass nigga don't know what he talking about. How the hell he ain't mentioned, like, you feel me? And cause I'm I'm the type of person that you listen, like, I'm going to match your energy. So that's all it is. Whatever energy you want to receive, feel me? That's the energy you going to give. So anyway, so that's my little list. You know, I included pictures. Hopefully I could find pictures for everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm recording this, and this is like off the brain. You know what I mean? Well, no, not that list. I ain't gonna lie. I freestyled it, wrote it on my dry erase board. I'm like, I gotta try to say more, you feel me, than what I say. Cause it's a lot of projects and yo, a lot. Like, that's the brick city for real, for real. But not to mention, fun fact also, for those not in the knowing, you feel me? Although that's even too young to know, because you could be from Newark and still not know a lot of this that I'm saying from the project and to what I'm about to say now. Not only did we have bricks because of the projects, our roads was made out of brick. Know what I mean? And I remember seeing that growing up with still some roads that wasn't paved yet. That was bumpy than a mother. You feel me? Word, brick road. You break down some of them streets, break that first layer, you gonna hit brick. So yeah. So I'm gonna include pictures, all that. Know what I mean? Even a little info, what is built and demolished, or built dates, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I could find real quick. I mean, just throw it in there, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might be interested in knowing all that, you feel me? I'm not no historian, even though, you know what I mean, I like history, I like a lot of, y'all would be surprised. But this channel, you feel me, the algorithm, when I be try to do too much, you know what I'm saying? The algorithm don't be liking that. YouTube, I don't know how they got it, but once they pitch you in a certain category, it's like, they do not want to let you out of it. You feel me? It's crazy. So I gotta get multiple channels going, which I definitely plan on doing. Anyway, so growing up in the projects, right? So I made mention that when I spoke about Bradley Court, I was like, actually, I'm originally from there. That's because I'm originally from Bradley Court. But I moved when I was stupid young. I'm talking about like still single digit years old, like before I was even in kindergarten. I was like in preschool when I was still in Bradley Court. You feel me? So boom, from Bradley Court, know what I mean, I went to Winans Avenue for a little bit because I was attending Cleveland Elementary School in Bergen. You feel me? Boom. Then from there, you know what I'm saying, after I graduated from Cleveland, I went to Dayton Street Elementary. That's right there on Dayton Street, which is right in front of Seth Border, you know what I'm saying? So now when I go there, I went there from first grade all the way till I graduated from 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I was there for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I started staying with my grandmother because she lived right down the street, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, she's originally from Prince Street, you know what I'm saying? The Prince Street Projects. That's where she's originally from. From there, she went to Little Bricks, you know what I'm saying? And then from Little Bricks, she went to, she got a spot in the Seth Borden Elderly Building, which is one of the high rise, you know what I'm saying? 120 Dayton Street, apartment 5E, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I started to stay at, even though my mother still had a crib, you feel me? Then from Winans, my mother ended up getting the spot, which I made a video about. I called it the Haunted House, you know what I'm saying? Up in Ivy Hill on Ellery Avenue. But I would still be down south because once again, like I said, I went to school down there. So boom, now let you know how that life was growing up in them projects. So as I just stated, I stayed in the elderly building. So technically I didn't live in the terrace part, you know, the brownstone joints. But all my friends, everybody I went to school with was either from Seth or from Dayton Street. And Dayton Street was mostly Hispanics. So, you know, I had my Hispanic crew and I had my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Literally. And that's how I always been through life. I started moving around a lot after I graduated Dayton Street, and then I started staying with my mother more consistent. And my mother always moved a lot. Like it's just something, it just happened. Some of y'all might be from one of them type of family that every time you turned around, you was moving. So But from the first grade to the 8th grade and a little bit of high school, I was more so in the same area. You feel me? So, boom. Growing up in the projects, some of the things, just the regular everyday life things that I know I was dealing with and a lot of others was dealing with was one, the massive amount of roaches. You feel me? Yo, the roaches be crazy. Every day you gotta wake up, smack them sneakers, know what I mean? Get them bad boys out of there, you feel me? You gotta watch the cereal, you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, Smacks used to be popping, you feel me? Listen, uh, whew, them Smacks dangerous because you know the roaches kind of camouflage like they become little army niggas, like they be camouflaging, you feel me? So you might think that's a snack, you know what I mean? But nah, that ain't that. You feel me? Like you gotta go, that nigga gonna start moving on you, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh snap, you just woke a nigga up, you feel me? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Or when it's dark, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get up and use the bathroom, you can't really see, you hit that light switch, that joint be like, oh, nigga. Them niggas run like vampires be running from the sun, but they be everywhere. Just, oh, it's like when the lights go off, it's a party. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing. Then, you know, I can't speak for the terrorist part. They went through it in the Brown, but I know in the senior citizen building, every now and then the heat would stop working. So, you know, you got to bust that good old stove open. You know what I mean? And you got to heat the house with the stove. You feel me? Boom. So that was something, you know what I'm saying? Other things were the drug situation, right? So my grandmother, I lived with my grandmother and my grandfather, but they were the total opposite as far as the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But my grandfather used to live a different lifestyle back in the day. Not necessarily like he was like a criminal or anything like that, but he he was more on that. You know what I'm saying? I seen old pictures and everything. You feel me? And so but he was known as a boxer. You feel me? Alvin Johnson. For those that's older that may recognize that name, named Alvin Johnson. Had the white dog named King. Border Collie, nigga was smart as hell. You feel me? That's so my household was my grandmother, who was a drug addict. You feel me? She's not now. She's in a nursing home, so she's doing way better. She's clean, look smooth, you know what I mean? Shout out to grandma, you feel me? I love you. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But my grandma, you feel me? She was a stone cold drug addict, factuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I grew up seeing a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Even without going outside, because a lot of them, my grandmother was like the big homie. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like the big homie. When I say I used to, every time I turned around, she was putting hands on one of these niggas. Like, I don't know, young ones too. It was younger one. I'm not gonna say her name, you feel me? Cause I don't want to put her on blast, but I remember this one, a fiend in training. She was young. I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she violated my grandmother, done scraped the face all against the liquor store that's on Foster and Freeland-Heisen, and scraped the face all against the brick, had her joint looking like Freddy Krueger on one side, and Duff had joint blacked all up. It was crazy. Like, you letting this old lady just do you nasty? And my grandmother used to box because my grandfather trained her, helped train. She already knew how to fight, but he had trained her, you feel me? Because my grandfather is a Golden Glove boxer, all of that, and he trained me to box. So that's why I've been boxing since single digit age, because I was always around somebody that was a trainer anyway. So I've been in going to boxing gym for the longest. The boxing gym that's down there, in the print, I can't remember the name of it. It was the boxing gym down there by like Scudder, you feel me, and Stella, you know what I'm saying, down that area, Prince Street Project area. For y'all older, if you know, hit that comment section. Remember that. I cannot remember that name of that joint. You feel me? Had the big old smokestack over there. You feel me? But that gym, and then the gym that's on Bergen, or it was on Bergen. You feel me? I don't know if it's still on Bergen. I believe it was called Kelly Gym. You know what I'm saying? But it was on Bergen. You feel me? Had the gravel parking lot. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Before martial arts and all that, been trained to punch on shit. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so that was that. You know what I mean? That was my lifestyle set up in the house, basically, you feel me? And you know, it wasn't 5-star or nothing, but growing up in them projects, I ain't gonna lie, it didn't feel as badass. In hindsight, it obviously was, but I can't lie, I miss the PJs. It might sound crazy. I miss that. So that's just my household setup. Boom. Oh, on top of that, let's talk about now the food situation. Ramen noodles. You feel me? That was my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Ramen? That was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, grandma ain't let us go hungry, but still, when you living with a fiend, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Mom Dukes stay giving the bread for me, make sure, you know, I got everything. And I ain't go hungry and nothing like that. Wasn't malnutrition, nothing like that. But it wasn't no 5-star meals being cooked. You know what I mean? Most of the times it was them hot dogs and pork and beans or vegetarian beans. You know what I'm saying? That was most of the time, you feel me? For breakfast, it'd be like cereal, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? If my grandfather he might whip up some breakfast. But you know what I mean? And TV dinners. You know what I'm saying? TV dinners. You feel me? Boom. That was that for the most part, you feel me? So anyway, now let's step outside now. Boom, we outside, you feel you feel me? Now, growing up in the projects, one thing, it was an abundance of kids. So being a kid in the projects definitely wasn't boring. You know what I'm saying? Like it's abundant because it's its own world. You feel me? Its own world. You know what I'm saying? Which is different from growing up on like a block. Now the blocks, they make theirs kind of their own world, but it's a lot of public traveling, could travel through the project. Not too many people just travel through the projects. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not from around there, don't know that area. The way the projects look, they look intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Like they look like a fortress. You know what I'm saying? So, and the people you're gonna see when you looking and seeing people moving around, they're not gonna look like the friendliest people. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So the project wasn't too many outsiders you would see. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, it was a community. You feel me? And within that community, we had, you know, everybody had their own, they crew, they cliques and stuff. It was always like that, you feel me? And the older guys, which was like the drug dealers and everything, because gangbang wasn't really in full effect when I was first growing up. They ain't really kicking until I was almost about to close to graduating out of Dayton Street, was when the gangs started really like becoming a thing. You feel me? So now, boom, the drug dealers, you know, they used to be holding the kids down. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? The ice cream truck pulling through, you feel me? You hear that motherfucking music playing, that ice cream man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? What? Even if you don't got no bread, the niggas that was out there trapping, you feel me? They'll hold you down because there's only like $1 back then. I don't know how much ice cream probably costs off an ice cream truck now. They trying to rob all of us, yo. You know what I'm saying? But boom, you know what I'm saying? They'll hold us down with that. You know what I'm saying? I used to go around, you feel me, asking every one of them niggas, oh, let me get $1. Let me get $1. You know what I'm saying? I could collect at least $5. And $5 to an elementary school kid back in them days, you hit that corner store, man, you felt rich. Just off of $1, the amount of candy, because candy was 5 cents. You know, it had the little 5-cent joints. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So you could mix it up. You feel me? You know what I mean? Hit them, yo, let me get $1 worth of this, $1 worth of that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And nice summer day, they had the brolic popsicle joint for only 25 cents. Yo, you feel me? The potato chip bags actually was filled, 25-cent potato chip bags, and it was filled. Not them bags now you pay 50 cent, 75 cent for, which is the same size as a 25-cent bag, and they be half full now. Hella oxygen in them, my nigga. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So these was those type of situations, you feel me, when it came to like the older dudes. So it wasn't, and kids really could be safe, you know what I'm saying? As far as you ain't have to worry about, you gotta keep an eye on your kid, you know what I'm saying? Because something might do something weird, might try to snatch your kid up, like how it is now. Cause you know what I mean, my Amber Alert be going off like way more often than, like, I used to hear about kids going missing, and I know kids been going missing for a long time, but you know, majority of time you heard about that in like the white areas, suburban areas, you feel me, those type of areas. In the hoods, Man, listen, unless y'all remember something that I don't remember, I don't remember hearing about that happening like in the hoods of Newark. I feel like that. I can't speak for other hoods because I do remember when the news came on, they used to say, oh, you know, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are at?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I know y'all remember that. You feel me? So obviously something was going on, you feel me? But I don't remember that, you know what I'm saying, affecting like my area or hearing about kids getting snatched up from different projects and all that. Because if you bring your ass inside of projects I think you got to make it in and out. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're going to try to be quick and catch somebody that's a straggler on the outside perimeter, you wasn't just about to go up in no projects and snatch nobody's kids up or nothing. And I don't think you're not gonna have some hot shit flying at you and niggas about to beat the dog breaks out of you. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So you could run around as a kid and enjoy yourself. That shit was smooth. You feel it was smooth. You know what I mean? So these are all the upsides to it. You know what I mean? I had to get y'all the upside first because shit about to get grim. You know what I'm saying? The dark side of the projects, and okay, the roaches and shit, they ain't no upside either. But that's just me, that's just me describing how it was. Like you could put that on this dark side too. You feel me? You know what I mean? But I'm talking about it's about to get real though. So on the flip side, I mean, yin and the yang. You know what I'm saying? So now on the dark side is one thing growing up in them projects was a lot of violence. And I'm talking about violence from between all ages. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I spoke about this in videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't be caring, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real about everything because I ain't the type that anybody going to be able to expose about anything, no matter how long ago, how recent, you feel me? Because I don't care. I had my first and only bully when I was living out South Borden, the homie TB. I should say, what TB stand for, but I don't know if he be one nigga to call him that, you feel me? But you better not say my nickname or my real name, nigga. You feel me? But yeah, he the homie though, you know what I'm saying? That way, you know what I'm saying? But as a kid, he's older than me. I don't know exactly how many years, I think like 2 or 3 years older than me. But you know, when you're a kid, 2, 3 years older, that's like a 10-year-old and a 12, 13-year-old, you know what I'm saying? It's different from a 20-year-old to a 22 or 23-year-old, you feel me? It's different. So as a kid, them jumps meant a lot more, you know what I'm saying? So he was older because nobody my age, you crazy. Like ain't nobody wasn't playing. Even back when I was younger, it'll happen to you, but it wasn't no such thing as you was just gonna do anything to me and not get something done back to you, even if you was older. But he wasn't a physical bully. So let me keep that real. It wasn't the typical, what you would think of. Like I never was coming in the house, busted lip, busted nose, beat up, you know what I'm saying? Stuff taken from me. No. So I just want to get that straight though. Even if that was the case, I'll keep it real that was the case. But once again, I don't care. That was elementary school. The person I became from learning from all of that plus other situations, boy, that joint molded me into something different. But it wasn't that though, you feel me? But still, now I mean, I had that and other kids too, you feel me? It was a lot of that going on in them projects because there's so many kids. So like hierarchies get made. And most of the time they go by age. You feel me? The older kids like to violate the younger kids, bother the younger kids. There's a lot of that going on, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And fights amongst everybody, like you grown-ups fighting. Man, I used to see Faze getting caught all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the time, nigga. It'd be the mother ratchet mama without the bra with the swingers. You feel me? Her joint swinging, doing all type of joint outside. You feel me? No weave or wig hair, just wild looking out that motherfucker, catching a fade with the next chick. You feel me? From the project, like out there banging. You feel me? Like that was regular. Niggas out there banging. Like I said, with drugs being dealt, so niggas had territories. You feel me? So it'd be a lot of internal beefing going on too. In the projects, and not only my projects. You know what I'm saying? This was something that went on in projects. You feel me? But once again, I'm gonna speak more so for South Borden because that's where I was at. So I can't misconstrue nothing that I'm saying, you feel me? So boom, there was a lot of that going on, a lot of violence, you know what I'm saying? Growing up fighting, that was mandatory, even without you even thinking about it, because now I don't know if kids really do what they say horse playing, but nigga, we growing up fighting each other, even play fighting, that was regular. Like nigga, I remember we used to do WWE moves on each other. You feel me? Cause wrestling, I ain't gonna lie, that was my shit when I was young and tired until I got introduced to UFC. And like, hold up, the way they getting violated don't look like these niggas ain't recovering the way these wrestling niggas, like they just bouncing back from certain, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned it was fake. But anyway, we used to be in that motherfucker DDTing each other, all that, you know what I'm saying? Even females fighting little boys, fighting little girls, getting it up. Slap boxing, regular. You know what I'm saying? Like slap boxing, regular. You feel me? Everything did was violent, even down to the joke. You feel me? I don't know if y'all remember the joke, what's the capital of Thai? Nigga be like, yo, what's the capital of Thailand? As a kid, majority go, what? Bangkok, schmack. Like, yo, used to be all that open neck. You feel me? That was a thing. Open neck, schmack. You know what I'm saying? No respect. You feel me? Whatever. Hold on. Let me get y'all another one. Get it. Cause yo, niggas was assholes, man. But me know, I forgot what it's called, but basically it's when you holding something and then you say something, you like basically smack it out their hand or smack it up. I forgot, because that one I ain't really do too much, but I had a nigga do that to me. Me and him caught the fade right there in the back of Dayton Street when we was going out to the playground. We ain't even make it from the cafeteria to the playground. Nigga did that to me. Started getting in. But anyway, that's the type of game niggas play. Everything was built off of assholeisms. So up to the higher level with the grown-ups, man, it was shooting. It was hearing shootings, people letting off gunshots. That was regular. You know what I'm saying? Police having to pull up. That was regular. You know what I'm saying? Regular. You feel me? So violence was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm speaking on a couple situations, like 3 situations. This deal with the projects in general. First one going to be in Bradley Court. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, I lived in Bradley Court. I moved, but my Nana Hall, she lived in Bradley Court. I'm going to show, pictures, because I don't remember the numbers on her building or the building I used to live in, but I remember visually. And I know where my Nana Hall building is, sit right on Munn, on that corner. So the Google, you know how I be showing the map pictures and all that, I should be able to catch her building. God know that goddamn Google car drove down Munn. You feel me? So I'll be able to catch her building, and, you know, I'm an editor in the way I do it. But anyway, I remember the first time I didn't witness, but I heard a dude losing his life. You know what I'm saying? Young boy, I'm still young as hell, but I was over, visiting Nana. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm over Nana house. It's late night, but I was still woke. You feel me? My Nana, she was asleep. She was out. You feel me? Boom. I'm hearing like tussling, like, oh, like I'm hearing this, you know what I'm saying? My nana didn't even wake up or nothing. I'm not knowing exactly where it's coming from, but I could hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just listening to the sound, and I hear like, and then like kind of like gargling, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing sounds, then quiet, and I hear like, you feel me? Boom. So now the next day, kind of find out, my nana found out because everybody was talking about it. It was a big thing. I remember seeing the cop, like the lights reflecting through the window. I remember seeing all of that, you feel me? But come to find out, a dude had got poked up right under my Nana Hall's kitchen window. You know what I'm saying? Right there. So that's why I heard it so clear here, right next to the kitchen window. And the apartments ain't that big, you feel me? So we was in the room, but the door open. You could hear it easy, especially when it's nighttime, because it's more quiet, you know what I'm saying? And my Nana has bedtime, then everything was strictly scheduled. So we was in the bed, lights off, everything. But like I said, I heard it. Kind of found out a dude got poked up, nigga got finished. You feel me? Right there. Second situation happened in Little Bricks. You know what I'm saying? Boom. This was before my grandmother even moved to Seth Boom. So I was a young boy again. So everything I'm telling y'all down witnessing, this is an elementary school kid. So for those that don't understand, you need to grasp that. Like everything I've been telling y'all, It's elementary school. Not no grown up, I'm not even a teenager yet. I'm witnessing all of this for the most part, you feel me? From the drug addict, all that. So boom, Little Bricks. I don't know what happened, but this dude got his head blown to the gauze in the basketball court in Little Bricks. You know what I'm saying? I remember not sitting, I was standing up. I had my back face to the court. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no argument, no nothing. So I don't know if it was a pre-existing beef or what, but basically, nigga walked up on this dude. I don't know the story behind it, 'cause I was mad young. So even if I heard the story, I just probably don't remember because I was a kid. So, but walked up on him and I heard the boom. When he did, I remember jumping hard as hell and turning around, and nigga was, you feel me? Like I heard when he hit the ground, but I just like boom, I jumped, turned around, doo-doo, and like I turned around and I seen that, and I saw the other nigga like jogging off. Like he wasn't sprinting off nothing, he was just jogging off. You feel me? You know what I mean? Baggy ass pants. You know how we used to have the baggy pants with like the 5X shirt on. Niggas be out there with a goddamn K, boy. Hurricane come through. Wee! Niggas out there with a whole bunch of Mary popping niggas. You feel me? Out there popping niggas. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so yo, so I'm looking back at my video, y'all don't know, I'll be cracking up at my own self. Cause I'm telling you, nothing is scripted. This is be freestyle. I'll be freestyling. Every video I do is a freestyle. You feel me? I might have a little help like for this one for the projects. Now I mean, I got my joint written on the dry erase board. You feel me? Cause this is, know what I mean? But I'll be freestyling. But anyway, turn around, seeing boom, sun leaking. You feel me? Drizzle. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even turned my head or nothing. It was like that was interesting. Come to find out, I got a thing with like gore and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all remember this joint called Faces of Death. You feel me? It was the VHS. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I said VHS. Damn, the VCR? Yo, some of y'all listening to this probably never even heard them 3 letters, nigga. You feel me? VHS or VCR, nigga. You feel me? But yeah, so Faces of Death, you look at when that came out, now I'm saying I seen all them joints. It was like 2 or 3. Seen all them joints. And it's like I just got a thing for that. To this day, I still be watching these type of videos, but chill, don't judge me. But yeah, so now I done heard somebody get finished. Didn't see him get finished, but I mean, shit, I might as well seen him get finished. Ain't like it stopped me from seeing everything go. You feel me? The aftermath, the Grand Theft Auto wasted. You know what I'm saying? So, the next I seen up close was my first time seeing like a person that died from overdosing. You know what I'm saying? Boom, and this happened in Seth Borden. Just, you know, walking through the project, walking through the courts. You feel me? And once I passed one of the buildings, you know, the door be open on some of them, you feel me? Motherfucker was just laid back on the freaking steps. Now I'm saying, obviously done banged that vein, sitting down on the steps and finish her goddamn self. It was the female, finished herself and was done up. You feel me? Joint still, you feel me? Just dangling in there. You know what I'm saying? She just done up. Like slobbing, you feel me? Like just drooling around. I walked in it. You know what I'm saying? I walked up in it, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know if that was my grandmother or not, because she was laying back, and I always knew like the drugs, even before like anything else could register late. I was very familiar with what drugs was. You know what I'm saying? And like my family wasn't the type that like sheltered me from information. You know what I'm saying? I was learning about the streets probably before I even could comprehend, you know what I'm saying, certain things. My mother, all them, that's just how that shit was. You feel me? They was raw. You feel me? They was raw. So, let me adjust this. But yeah, so boom. Walked up in there, kids. Like I said, I didn't know if my grandma was like that. My grandmother, I didn't know the person was finished. I just saw somebody laying back till I got up close. And eyes was like not wide open, but like kind of was kind of peeking at me. You feel me? But mouth open and drool, but it wasn't my grandmother or nothing. And I just looked for a little minute, and then when I noticed that the chest didn't rise, I ain't put my hand in front of the mouth, none of that. I just was looking, and I noticed that the chest didn't rise, and I just turned around, walked out. Yo, I think, telling these stories to y'all be making me remember certain things I ain't think about in a while. Something wrong with me, yo. I should know something was different, yo. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so boom. This is the different thing. Mind, I witnessed a lot of things later on from that too. But in them projects, you feel me? This is the type of activity that was happening. It was a high concentration of violence, drugs, crazy. Boom. Another thing, I remember walking through the courtyards and seeing all the crack valves. Now I'm saying all the crack valves. And they used to look interesting to me and a bunch of other kids too, because they had a little different color tops. So for me as a kid, colors and everything, you know what I'm saying? That was interesting. So I remember I used to go around and collect the tops in the empty bottles, because when you find them, they don't be together. Them fiends, them niggas, and then pop that top, spit that joint, get them joints out, and whoo, you know what I mean? Take that trip on a favorite rocket ship, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to just go around, collect them, get a bunch of them, and then throw them up against the building. You know what I'm saying? The project walls and stuff, and make them, because they used to make these pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Pop sounds when you put the top on and throw them. You know what I'm saying? So I remember playing with crack valves. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, niggas out here playing with crack valves, kids. You feel me? Needles, used to see needles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nobody that ever was stuck with a needle. You know what I mean? But I do know, like, fiends was poke other fiends, like get mad, I guess not have a freaking knife, you know what I'm saying, and try to poke you with it. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that was dangerous about that, which I remember hearing about that as a kid too. That's why that was a thing. Like, I'm sure a lot of other kids was getting told it, but I remember in my household being told, like, don't pick up no needles. So I could tell y'all one thing, I never was messing with those. I see them needles, like, nah, you know what I mean? And I just see them in my grandmother's house too, you feel me? But my grandma was a diabetic. Well, she is a diabetic. I keep saying was. You know what I'm saying? I said, whoa, I can't say was. My grandmother's still here. But she's a diabetic, you feel me? So I've always seen needles, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the crack, like seeing that pipe, oh yeah, that was regular inside of the house. You feel me? I see that judge gonna be sitting right on the freaking bathroom sink. You know what I'm saying? Going in there, wash your hands. You see that? It was regular. You know what I'm saying? I remember when my wife, she wasn't my wife yet. You know what I'm saying? But this was many years later when I was a teenager. You feel me? But over my grandmother's house, you know what I'm saying? When my grandmother ended up moving to a new community, and she was living in the senior citizen building there. You know what I mean? I think that's Morris. But anyway, I remember my wife seeing the crack valve, and she never seen one. Like on the movie, she probably seen it. You know what I'm saying? But she never seen one in person. She was like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's what my grandmother used to smoke crack." And she was like, "What?" Like, but she like, you said that shit mad calm. I'm like, "Yeah, I told you I grew up around this was regular." You know what I'm saying? Regular. So seeing, like I said, playing with the valves, seeing needles, regular thing, you know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of the fiends, because the fiends, even though they was fiends, they'll still be like kind of like your other guardian, like especially when they know your family. And because my grandmother fiend, everybody knew my grandmother. Everybody, even if you wasn't a fiend, everybody knew my grandmother. Everybody knew my grandfather and King, the white dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody down south knew them. You know what I mean? So used to be shit happen, like, because I had to be in the house before the street lights come on. That was one of those rules. I'm sure some of y'all probably had them rules too. You know what I mean? But I used to have to be in the house by the time the street lights come on. And that was because I didn't live in the project part. I lived in the senior citizen building. So the difference between me and my friends is they was already by their buildings. You know what I'm saying? For instance, so when the lights come on, they ain't had to break their neck to go inside because they were right outside their building. Me, I was the only one that lived in the senior citizen building. I ain't know nobody else that used to be down in the project that lived in the senior citizen building. You know what I'm saying? But I did, you feel me? But everybody I knew was there, so I always was in the project. the brownstone part. You feel me? Boom. So when the street lights come on, I had to dip. But what used to happen is my grandma, because my friends could stay out, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I used to push it to the edge. But because my grandmother's a drug, a fiend, I mean, she outside, you know what I'm saying? And when them lights come on, if she knew I wasn't in the house, because sometimes she'd come outside right when the lights come on. You feel me? As soon as she peep, I ain't in there yet, boom, she outside, and she used to come through the projects calling my name. And my name, like I said, I'm not saying my nickname, even though I really don't care, but I'm not gonna just volunteer it for y'all, you feel me? But everybody from Seth know what she used to be saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, he used to be calling my name, and niggas would literally come down on the bikes. They might hear it from the other court. 'Cause I used to be in the court that had the basketball court most of the time, but the front court had the playground little area. So the way from the senior system, then you got to come through that way first. But she used to come through yelling from the rip. That's a whole project. She just, because I could have been anywhere. Like, even though I used to be in that part, I used to be everywhere in Setboy. But she used to call, I about to say my joint, but she used to be calling my name. It'd be echoing through, you feel me? But even if I don't hear it, somebody else might hear it because everybody knew everybody. Niggas would pull up on their bike like, yo, your grandmother coming. Oh, good look. I used to break, boom. Now I knowing already that means it's an ass whooping special coming. I know this because see, I grew up getting the ass whooped with extension cord, the switch, which is, you know the switch off of, the branch, or, you know what I mean, or a certain plant that got that nice, perfect whip type to it. Yeah, switch, extension cord, hands, you know what I'm saying? Whatever she could get her hand on, a broomstick. You feel me? Yeah, I done been smacked with it all. You know what I'm saying? So when she coming, I already know I'm busted now. Know what I'm saying? She know I ain't in the house yet. So I know it's gonna happen, but I'm just trying to avoid the embarrassment because see, I done had my ass whooped in front of my class before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had that happen before. My teacher, Miss Mitchell, my first grade teacher, used to use the ruler, whack, you feel me? And had permission from my grandmother to do it because they was actually close for real type of deal. And that was during them times when you could still get away with that. You feel me? The 90s, mid-90s, all that, you know what I'm saying? You could still get away with that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you can't get away with that. But heck yeah, what? Getting popped on my hand with the ruler, yeah, that was something. You know what I'm saying? So my grandma was above embarrassing me, and she knew that would make it worse, the embarrassment. So before that happened, I'm breaking, boom, out of here. Nigga, run, Forrest, run. I'm a runner. You feel me? Out of there. You know what I'm saying? I go all the way up to Dayton Street. I won't even go the back part of the project because I got caught one time trying to do that. And she saw me. I see you, and I still kept running because you're not about to whoop me in front of everybody. Nah. I just made the whooping worse by knowing you see me and everything, and still I'll take that chance. You feel me? It's gonna happen in the privacy of that house. You feel me? Well, not house, but apartment. But anyway, boom, I'll break down Dayton. Make it back to 120. You know what I'm saying? Go upstairs, main man, which was my grandfather. Like I said, his name Alvin Johnson, but that's what I called him, main man. He'll tell you that, your grandmother looking for you. You know? I'm like, oh, word. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you already know she gonna come. When she come back, she gonna already know. But yeah, so that was something too, you feel me? Regular. You know what I'm saying? So going up in the project, that was happening, you know what I mean? Plenty of good times, plenty of bad times, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, seeing people lose their life or then they lose their life, that was regular, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of stolen cars, that was another thing, you feel me? When I was talking about how I basically the first time me out willing by myself trying to turn up and I flipped the freaking car. I mean, I did that. Damn, I can't remember the title of the story, but it's in the Wavvy story joint, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about how down Seth Borden, it'd be stolen cars everywhere. Just parked, stashed, here. Feel me? Already primed and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So that was common, you know what I'm saying? So you used to hear a lot of I used to hear that all the time. They was coming through the courts wilding, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You used to see that. You feel me? So this was all regular Regular. Raids, niggas raiding the projects, you know what I'm saying? That was regular, you know what I mean? Cause you gotta raid the project, you feel me? It even got to a point where they started sitting the mobile command centers in the projects. And this was happening in every project. I remember the Ambassador Terrace seeing them sitting in Little Bricks, seeing them sitting there. I believe Higher Court, they would sitting, like, I'm sure it's more than that. Like, niggas, they got to a point because the projects was so bad. You feel me? But before they started doing that, before they started making their presence known, and it still was bad. Niggas was getting ripped while the mobile command center was right there. Niggas get ripped in the court. Cause you still gotta have time to respond to it. You ain't just magically about to just teleport to where that happened at. And it was dark. And I mean, there's a lot of dark cuts in them projects. You walk through the wrong cut, that might be the last cut. You feel me? So it was super wicked, know what I mean? Super wicked, you feel me? But that's how it was, man. Know what I mean? Growing up in them projects was vicious, only the strong survive. And then it would be your pre-trained to how like jail would be. I never been in prison, but I assume like how prison would be. Basically stating like it's enclosed for the most part, and everybody is right there, so you can't run from nothing. Just same way in jail, you got to deal unless you're going to check in, aka and so move out. You feel me? And being a kid, nigga, you ain't had the power to just move out, nigga. You live with your parents. You know what I'm saying? So as a kid, you definitely can't run from nothing. That's why I said I had my little bully and everything, but I guarantee you, he could never tell you, oh, I made him start coming down somewhere. Nah, nigga, we just gonna keep running into each other. You feel me? It is what it is. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no pitting hands with me, just more like he just liked to annoy the hell out of me, you feel me? That's all Dad was. It ain't last that long, it ain't last the whole time I was down there. It lasted for like a couple years, 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Just bothering me, something like that. But regular, you feel me? But like I said, man, them projects gonna make or break you, you feel me? Me, I wasn't the kid that started off super wild. I always knew how to fight all that, but you know what I mean? I was a sticks and stones person. You feel me? That's how I was raised. You know what I mean? If you don't physically harm me, I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I would get in trouble for just doing something to somebody. But as I got older, growing up in them projects and then from the projects, going out into the world for real and dealing with other shit all around the city and everything, I learned. I molded myself and it didn't break me. You feel me? Some dudes don't. They just be a victim their whole life and all that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I ain't being no victim. So me, I had my situations where, you know what I mean? But even those situations, I lost the battle, but I won the war. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But it was never nothing crazy. You feel me? Like some stuff I know that done happen to people be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, know what I mean? But you know, that's just what it is, a strong vibe, you feel me? And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at it, a lot of the projects is disappearing. For me, I ain't gonna lie, I know the projects meant as far as the bad, and I know health-wise too. Like Seth Born, for instance, it became unhealthy to live there. So I understand the reason behind all of that. You feel me? But I still like, listen, I ain't gonna lie. And I've been going for a minute. Like I left from down south when I was like 15. You feel me? This is when I started, I mean, being over here, being over there, and I never really returned back to Seth Borden from there. I got preoccupied, banging, I mean, I'm full-fledged gang banging and all that, and I wasn't under nothing from Seth. You feel me? I was with my brother. He ain't from Seth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes didn't even know Dizzy was my brother because you never seen them growing up because we got two different mothers. You feel me? But anyway, that was basically it. You know what I'm saying? So forever Newark, forever the bricks. You know what I'm saying? And forever them project babies. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, we came up during a time when it was super grimy. You feel me? So hopefully I was rocking with that. That's how I freestyle all of this. It seemed like y'all be taking to my stories, and I definitely appreciate that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I started this channel, I ain't expect to get nowhere near as much love as I be getting. It blows my mind. I be telling my wife like, yo, this nigga from here how saying saluting me. It blows my mind. I'm not gonna be the type that's gonna shy away from that type of shit. Like, yo, y'all be kind of gas me up a little something. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm like, yo, the people rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? The people rocking with me. So I definitely highly appreciate all that. I swear on everything, you feel me? Know what I mean? That's why I always make sure I salute everybody. I try to salute people in the comments. You feel me? I try to let y'all know, like, I appreciate, because ain't nobody got to do nothing. Y'all could view this and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? No like, no comment, no sub. You know what I'm saying? So you already know, man. It's me, ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG. You know what I'm saying? In this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers. You already know that Surfer Nation really that situation. You know what I'm talking about? So hit that like if you like this, you know what I mean? Go downstairs in that basement and comment. Negative or positive, I know I don't care. Just don't say no creep thing that's like towards women or nothing like that, no weirdo vibes. I ain't deleting nothing. You can say whatever you want to say about me. I promise I don't care, you know what I'm saying? And you know, after all that done, hit that sub. Holla at the blood. You feel me? Get yourself that brand new surfboard. You feel me? We got unlimited stock, you know what I'm saying? The weather always sunny over here. You feel me? And last but not least, always look both ways before you cross that street, because you might get hit.